to Savage 1, while in Savage 1 of course they had enough reason to do that, since they got less speed and had to compensate it somehow. In Savage 2 you don't need these range weapons as much, and they aren't as strong as well. With the same conditions, speed conditions, and the same combat system for both races, it's yeah, you can design a game entirely or almost entirely relied on melee combat, as they did now, which should work pretty well with the balance. Although I'm not sure about the current attack speed. It feels quite messy, but let's see if I'm getting used to that. Okay, more ability points to spend. Let's take the hunter again. Item store. Let's take a mana. Don't destroy the spawn portal. Well, that was quite easy. And the worker incoming. Let's surprise him with Venomous, and he surprised me too with his champ attack. That was a mistake by me. Hopefully I'm not going to die. Wow, that was close. I just managed to get him down, but got killed by his teammate. Well, I don't know how you play, but according to my opinion it isn't very different. I mean, very difficult to get into Savage 2. Maybe it was because I'm a bit used to Savage 1 already. But yeah, it's not a really frustrating experience. I think it works quite well. It's yeah, I think it's the RPG style of Savage 2 makes it much easier to get into than into a FPS game actually. I think I believe I think in 3 or 4 more matches I will have got a quite decent amount of skill to really enjoy the game. And I think, yeah, in Savage 1 the melee was not that intuitive at all. And here it's, well, in Savage 2 I think it's quite obvious what's necessary to be effective. Well, of course not instantly when you start playing, but quite soon. I think you would have figured out the best methods quite soon, which is a good thing. While in Savage 1, yeah, you usually were quite surprised when you saw these flying predators killing you within seconds. And Savage 2 is by far not that based on mouse flicks. I think you would circle around a bit, but certainly not that much based on these speed aim mouse movements as in Savage 1. Okay, that relocator worked fine for beasts. It's quite special for me as someone who played Savage 1 before. Beasts with relocators that would have been totally overpowered, of course, but here with the same combat system in both races, that is going to work just well. And of course with the cooldown, that you can't relock when you are getting attacked. That hunter unit seems to be a quite good melee unit, I think. Well, he has to, since he got no ranged attacks in his ability list. Come on, die already.
They are vulnerable in melee combat. They can cast a debuff which will greatly reduce their target's armor.
Yeah, I think the hunter wasn't there all the time. I think there was another unit that spawned some NPCs. I think it was a summoner. But I think it was a good decision to make the game a bit more PvP-ish. More players versus players. Somehow this guy has quite a big melee range. Oops, that Salvar is going down definitely. No chance to save that. And it's down. Well, let's see if we can defend the other Salvar. We will see, right? Oops, there is a Spire, or I think a straight Spire. Is going to help with defending, and I'm getting my amazing kill streak. I think 5 kills in a row already. My new record. And new ability points. Let's set them to strength. Some health and mana. What's that? Curve the wind.
Stratus Fire under construction. Stratus Fire construction complete.
Yeah. Sorry for not talking that much. It's Savage 2 is an online game after all, not a single player where you can sit back and enjoy the cutscenes. So forgive me if I'm not talking all the time. I have to focus a bit. That guy looks funny with the wings pointing into the sky. Now he's going down. Oops, I think these orange helmets on their heads mean they are buffed. And I now got someone destroyed my armor, I think. And with the result that I just died. Where are the tech buildings? Behind the hill? I have no idea.
Stratus Fire is under attack.
I think that's the Stalker.
This is the lightning
Wow,
strike.
lightning gun.
This weapon deals heavy damage and is pinpoint accurate over a long range. It has a high mana cost. And
That was a
slow
fast
fire
attack.
rate.
Let's try if I can get him down. Oops, that was a jump attack, I think. And I'm down. They teamed up very well. But they won't be able to pass our tower there, I think. Oops, our team has... Your team has too many players. Let's switch then.
Okay, we've got a bit of a problem down at the
Turn
southern
to
garrison.
game. First join
Very
a squad.
large amount of enemies.
Well,
One of
I
these
got
is
skill points, not sure if that's because I agreed to switching teams or because I did so well on the battlefield. But yeah, it's not bad that
I'm gonna try buffing you guys.
I'm at humans now because I won't have to
Rico's currently
play another match to show you how humans look like in Savage 2.
With a hail of metal as it closes to
Okay, my journeyman just got smited.
This is the
Well, whereabouts is the problem?
Nice guns, but I guess they are weak too.
Well done, guys. You managed.
So let's stick to melee. And got
We
him.
have managed to steer the southern garrison.
They got
pretty
They go
comfortable.
Preds.
They've got press, but we've got our legionnaires, so we can try and match them.
So they go backstepped.
Okay, I need the chaplain.
They might just have
Nasty,
a
nasty.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Game
Keith, I
tips:
was
you
too busy
move
backing
slightly
people
slower
down
when
south.
moving backwards. Or strafing left and right.
There you go, I built it.
Yeah, I just noticed the Lost Hills theme music in the background. That's beautiful music from Savage 1. Wow. Dodge works, probably for all units. I don't even remember that dodge.
Okay, they've built a sub there not far back.
Maybe they added it later, no idea.
But they obviously want to try and
What a mess.
yeah, they've
You
got
have no clue what's
some
going on.
portals down that alleyway.
So many
Yeah, apparently
effects.
From the north of the stars, got about 2 spawn portals on, and they built a sub there on it. Well, we must make sure we protect this southern garrison first, which is the easiest thing to do, because they seem to be rushing it now.
Yeah,
But, yeah, we've got some
quite cool is that you have in Savage 2 a quite fast ranged melee weapon switch time, which makes the battles quite intense, for sure. And we got buffed. Now let's kill them.
They've got a lot coming in from north towards the scar, which means we're gonna have
But honestly, the Legionnaire animations really suck. Wow, there was a jump stick. And now I'm going down, as they are buffed.
F2, don't impeach.
Tower under construction.
F2 everyone.
4 kills in that life.
Who's impeaching
That's
me anyway?
pretty-
You guys know. Who's
That's
impeaching
pretty
me?
well for a beginner.
Do you know what his name is? Because when the boat was on top of your screen, it says his name.
And more ability points. Let's take another Legionnaire.
Jing Jong
I quite like that
It's probably someone else you want to
unit,
themselves.
but that was a stupid spawn. There weren't any opponents at all. Now I have to run. Well, overall, I don't have the impression that Savage 2 is beginner unfriendly. Not at all, actually. It's well, it's quite obvious how the combat works.
Jing Jong, one rush doesn't mean the end of the game.
Maybe that's because
All we have to do is get our defense up.
I'm used to Savage 1, but well, the combat is very different. You can't really
The numbers getting
profit
smaller,
from
all
it,
those
I
dead
think.
feet.
So yeah, I think the combat is just
Yeah, but that would mean
easy to learn. Though I think in Savage 2,
There you go, revive
I mean in Savage 1, you need quite a fast reaction time.
Surprised that academy is actually still standing. Well done,
As
guys,
human,
doing
for
really
instance, you were able to block any beast attacks
well.
with skill.
Yeah,
And
we went
I think in Savage 2 it's a bit more messy. I also think there is a little delay before block, so,
Quite a while left, about 100 seconds
which
left.
makes it a bit less accurate and more based on anticipation. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but yeah, I think they got problems with block spamming. In Savage 1 you can block spam too, but it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless.
See there already.
Because the beast can counter any blocks with leap and mouse movements.
But I can't
Well, let's
reach them.
attack that straight Spire.
I managed to find out the range, and the academy is slightly out of
It's
their
actually
range.
disappointing how low damage the rocket launcher causes, even though it looks so epic. It really deserves some more damage, building damage. Go out of my way! Defend that spawn portal. They got some debuff or something, I think, from the Predator. That's not going to work. And I lost my soul. How brutal.
Whereabouts is the siege coming from? Oh, yeah, it's coming from the north towards the scar.
I'm not sure if I lose a soul of my collected souls if I die, or if they also